Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And I said it was coming. I promised that it was coming. And it is here. The WWE commentary team for Raw fucking sucks. Now, notice I said Raw, because on SmackDown, at least you got Mauro Ranallo. And that guy, even though he's got a weird ass name, is fucking great. I mean, he might be the best commentator since JR. I'm not the first one to say this, but it's true. The guy actually gets excited for the matches. He gets into the matches. He tells a story, or as much of a story as he can possibly tell, with the shitty fucking storylines that are going on right now in WWE. So, regardless of Mauro Ranallo, he's on SmackDown and no one watches SmackDown. Well, maybe a couple of people might be more inclined to watch SmackDown come the draft. But I've been calling for Mauro Ranallo to take over Maggle Cole's role on Raw. So most of all, I mean, like I started off, I think last year I did a rant on Maggle Cole being one of the worst commentators. Now I was watching a SmackDown with John Cena and Chris Benoit last night, and they were going to be wrestling on the same show to decide who would face Brock Lesnar later on in the night. And I was listening to Maggle Cole, and he wasn't as bad back then. Him and Taz, and even like in 2006, him and JBL, those were pretty good commentary teams, and I really didn't have much of a complaint as back then about Michael Cole. I didn't really like him. I didn't really think he delivered the same way that JR and the King were doing on Raw. But for the most part, I think Taz kept Maggle Cole in check and, kind of brought out the best in Michael Cole, or the best that Maggle Cole could possibly provide us with. Which is not saying much, but he was better back then. The better, like saying that, diarrhea that lasts an hour instead of it lasting 2 hours. 1 hour is definitely better. I'll take that any day of the week. But it's still diarrhea, and it's still not pleasant. Now, with that said, Maggle Cole is not the only problem on Raw. You also got Byron Sex Addict and JB fucking L. I couldn't think of a fucking nickname for JBL, JB Smell, but that sounds kindergartenish. That's the only thing I can think of. But anyway, this 3-man piece, and first of all, the 3-man commentary teams, they were common back, they did it, on Raw in the very beginning. But then they went back to 2-man teams, and I've always been a fan of the 2-man commentary team. I think it worked very well. Maggle Cole and Taz, Maggle Cole and JBL, JR and the King, or when they had, McMahon and JR, or McMahon and the King, and sometimes. Oh, there was a 3-man team back then, but they bounced around with McMahon, the King, and JR, and they would bounce around. But then for years and years during the Attitude Era, it's when Eric Bischoff was the GM of Raw. They started doing a 3-man team only on Raw. And it was JR, the King, and the coach. And I guess this was their way of putting a young guy in the announce booth with them. But not that the coach was bad, but he didn't need to be there. He was there. This was like around 2003 and 2004. And, this is when they were kind of suffering a little bit of a decline in the ratings. But the problem was it wasn't the commentary team, and you always had some idiots say, oh, it's a guy in a cowboy and a guy in a crown. And I remember goofballs like Scott Keith would say this, in their blogs and their fucking, reviews, where they wanted wrestling to be taken seriously and shit like that. completely forgetting they're watching a sports entertainment product that was built on, Hulk Hogan and Macho Man and over the top, larger than life characters. If you wanted, guys not to wear cowboy hats and fucking crowns, then you would listen to the Ring of Honor announce team, which is not bad, not to knock them, but, they didn't have fucking even a quarter of the charisma of a JR and a Jerry the King Lawler. But enough about the King and JR. I shouldn't even be mentioning these guys in the same fucking breath. If it was up to me, the announce team would consist of Mike Ranallo and Jerry the King Lawler. If they're not going to get JR back, if McMahon's going to be such a fucking stubborn asshole, I can't believe that he's fired. How many times has he fucking fired JR? Can we get a statistic on this? I lost fucking count. He fired him how many times in the 90s? He fired him in 2005, for example. What the fuck? I mean, Vince McMahon should be bowing down to JR. He should be kissing the man's fucking cowboy boots, because the way this man called the matches, called the segments, called the whole entire fucking WWE for Vince McMahon during the boom periods. He was one of the reasons that half the guys in the ring, half the fucking storylines and angles and matches went over. Like I said, can you imagine Mankind and Undertaker at King of the Ring 1998? Can you fucking imagine if Maggle Cole was calling that Hell in a Cell match? What an absolute classic match. Probably one of the greatest spots in history when he tossed Mankind off the top through the announcer's table. If it was Maggle Cole, he would probably be reading off a motherfucking script like he was at the last WrestleMania. So, but what is the huge problem about Maggle Cole and Company? Why was my Money in the Bank review filled with scathing criticisms of Maggle Cole? Why was it filled with scathing criticisms of JBL? Why was it filled with a bunch of fucking insults and put downs to Byron Sex Addict, who a lot of times I notice I call him Brian because it sounds better. I don't know. But Maggle Cole ignores fucking moves in the ring. Now, what do I mean by ignoring moves? JR sometimes wouldn't call every single move by its name in the ring, and that was fine. Fine by me, because it's almost impossible to tell a story, call the moves, and well, it's not impossible, but you don't have to call every single goddamn move like some goofballs here in the YWC say. It's okay with me, at least. But Maggle Cole misses out on a bunch of fucking moves that should be called out, and he does. And what I mean is, he misses the moment. He misses the emotional connection between the announcer and what's going on in the ring. Perfect example: Money in the Bank match. The Money in the Bank match itself. This is a match where wrestlers are trimming years off their careers. Fucking Sami Zayn. I might knock the guy to hell, but holy shit, and Kevin Owens as well. Michinoku driver on the fucking ladder. That's an awesome fucking spot. That's an awesome move. Kevin Owens is taking that. His body is bent in half. He's selling it like that. But the thing is, holy shit, the man's fucking back is being folded over a fucking aluminum solid. I mean, holy fucking shit. And Maggle Cole pretends like he's maybe watching somebody get a side headlock or reverse shin lock because he barely reacts to it. I mean, and then again, you had Cesaro getting Chris Jericho in the big swing, swings him around, throws the side of his fucking head right here into the fucking ladder. Could have shattered his skull if Jericho didn't have his hands up properly. I mean, even his hand could have been fucking shattered upon impact, judging on how he threw him. I don't know. I ain't a fucking doctor, but I'll tell you this: it looked fucking dangerous. And if I myself am reacting to it, and this product has got me sick to my stomach as it is, and it's hard to get me excited, then Maggle Cole, excuse me, who the fuck is Michael? Maggle Cole should be going fucking apeshit during this match. He should be like, this is gonna end someone's career. He could, you know what I mean? Get into it. If it was JR, the man would be calling this from top to bottom. We would be feeling big time emotion. We would feel like we were watching a 5-star match. And like I said, even if a match isn't fantastic, we can still believe that we are watching. So now I'm not saying that we should be ignorant. And I'm not saying that we should be fooled into thinking a bad match is a good match or a good segment. You know, that it's a good segment even though it's fucking terrible. You know, but I'm saying JR could at least put some integrity back into this show. At least make it seem exciting because half the time, Maggle, JBL, and fucking Byron Sex Addict, they're half fucking asleep. Most of the time, they're busy putting down Byron Saxon. Now, it's not how JR and the King used to bicker back and forth. No, this is straight up saying that Byron Saxon is boring. And the thing is, they know that most people think that he's fucking boring. I remember somebody in my comment section said that he looked like the fucking generic wrestler in a WWE game. You know, to create a wrestler before you start putting clothes on him. Looks like the fucking empty fucking template for a fucking create a wrestler. I mean, come the fuck on, man. Are you fucking kidding me with this commentary team? Not only is it generic, but what happened to JBL? I remember when JBL went fucking ape shit on commentary during Armageddon 2006. Jimmy Wang Yang, when Jimmy Yang was doing the cowboy gimmick against Gregory Helms when he was the cruiserweight champion, and the crowd was chanting boring, and JBL gave this fucking scathing speech that was fucking incredible, where he pretty much told the crowd that they should be fucking ashamed of themselves. You don't chant boring during a match where guys are putting their bodies on the line. And I had to almost fucking just start applauding my fucking TV screen. Because I was like, that was amazing. That was an incredible fucking powerful piece of commentary. And that was like, that was a shoot right there. But I was like, that shows that JBL is on the ball. JBL cares about where he is. Instead of the JBL who was like, acting all wimpy when AJ cheated to win, even though he cheated to win his whole career, it would make sense for him to call the match from the perspective of a heel, since he is supposed to be the heel sympathizer commentator. He's supposed to be the Attitude Era's Jerry the King Lawler. Instead, we're getting a wishy-washy motherfucker that sucks. It really is. These guys have no idea how to tell a story. Like I'm saying, Maggle Cole is going, oh, when Jericho's head is being tossed into a fucking ladder. And I really noticed it myself. Really how badly these guys undersell what's going on in the ring. And I remember it was when they did Elimination Chamber last year, when they brought back Elimination Chamber. They completely made a fucking mockery out of that fucking pay-per-view and the fucking match, the Elimination Chamber itself. You had Kalisto jumping off the fucking top of the cage, and Maggle Cole was barely fucking reacting to it. Once again, it's like if there was a fucking there was a fucking side headlock, a reverse chin lock, or a sleeper going on in the ring. It was like, this is a huge spot. This guy is falling fucking 15 feet out of the sky, and you're not even reacting to it. It would be like somebody yawning while skydiving. It's just how? How is it that you have one of the most exciting jobs being out in front of a live crowd, calling a fucking wrestling match. It's probably one of the greatest jobs you could ever have in your fucking life. And the fact that they're all bored, and not only that, like, here's the thing. Maggle Cole is always like, making excuses for dumb shit that's happened in the ring. Oh, they're having fun, John. And then JBL would be like, it's all about having fun, Maggle. And then, what I love it, this is the other line that really pisses me off. It's so cliche by now. He's so redundant, JBL. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Shut the fuck up! Holy fucking shit! Shut up, JBL. Shut your fucking mouth. I like it. Every single time something stupid or retarded happens, is that your endorsement of it, JBL? I like it. Oh, JBL says I like it. So guess what? That means that we have to like it because JBL fucking likes it. He put his motherfucking stamp of approval, his Know the Republic right on the fucking segment or match, and we gotta like it, not just like it, but like it because it's the best. JBL said it's the best, and most of the time when he says it, he's full of fucking shit. Full of fucking shit. And Byron Sex Addict over there is smiling like some fucking creepazoid. Like a fucking pervert. Like a fucking, pedophile. like a sex offender over there. Fucking smiling. Yeah! Stop! Get him off my fucking TV! He's always smiling. It's like, oh, wow, I like it too. Exactly what JBL says, but we don't have to hear it. It's like, go away. Go away. It would be better if just JBL and Maggle were there. But holy fucking shit. Byron just makes it so much worse. Like, he's got this whole nice guy routine down. They're all smiling at the camera. I mean, what is this smiling all the time? I don't want to see my commentators like fucking smiling like a bunch of fucking idiots half the time. Don't look miserable. But why the fuck are they smiling? The fuck is what are they sadistic? Are they like sadomasochistic? Like they fucking enjoy the pain and torture of a terrible show? It's almost like they're mocking us. Yeah, you motherfucker. You're watching a 3-hour fucking bore fest, a fucking shit fest. You're wasting 3 hours of your life. Yeah, you could be doing something more valuable with your time, but you're wasting 3 hours. 3 fucking hours of your fucking life, your fucking time, giving us fucking money and ratings, even though they're falling at an exponential rate. No, I'm not doing it. The point is, motherfuckers, is that these commentators fucking suck. They need to change them. What? And now that we got the brand split, there's no hope of getting different commentators. Mauro Ranallo is going to stay on SmackDown with the King. And I don't know, guys. Like, I pretty much said I was going to watch Raw, but we'll see what happens with the draft. If SmackDown is really that much better, that's the one. And I mean, that's what basically, Raw is going to just get more ratings because it's Monday night and that's just, it is. So I'm probably just going to continue to watch Raw. I don't know, unless SmackDown is so much better. I don't know. But anyway, guys, yeah. Commentary team sucks. Okay.